boozers, and welcome to the next installment of Booze Reviews. Tonight I've got something that I've been kind of hesitant on actually reviewing because I have a little bit of reserve judgment in regards to the price I paid for this. Now, I did pay the price times 3 for 3 cans of this. I gave 2 of them away, and this one is mine. Now, I'm gonna say this right here, right now. I understand that there is a certain cost that comes with barrel aging. I have actually spent a good fortune on a 750 milliliter bottle of barrel-aged beer. Spending that kind of money on a barrel-aged beer from 50/50 Eclipse, when they've been very well established in doing their barrel age, I can see why, because their stuff is very well sought after. Hasn't been so much recently. It's kind of tapered off a little bit. But this one is, I do believe, their very first real barrel-aged beer that they've canned. I'm trying to remember if the Imperial Stouts that they did over Christmas and put different flavors in them were actually barrel-aged or not. I can't quite remember, and I'm sure I'll be hearing about it. But this is the very first barrel-aged from this company, and it was $22 for a can. I know. I'll let that sink in. It's a local company too, so there's no import. There is no taxes. There is no US imports or anything else like that. Where you would have something like for example, a Evil Twin beer that's been barrel-aged and flavored and everything else like that is $18. So this is one of those ones where I wanted to try it because it was the very first one. But the price range was up there. I don't know if I'd actually spend that kind of money again on this one. But if it's good enough, I just may. So we're going to have a look into, and I'm sorry about the long intro on that, Outcast Brewing 100% Apple Brandy Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout with hazelnut and vanilla, coming in at 11.9% alcohol by volume. Packaged at barrel carbonation, drink at 10 to 15 degrees centigrade for optimal straight from the barrel experience. And there's 100 of these, plus I think about 15 or 20 of them that made extras. And I got number 42 out of 100.
The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything is 42.
So yeah, that's it right there. And yes, that is a wax top on there. However, this is the top right here. It's a wax bottom. I don't know. I think there's a joke between him and Annex, and he actually went and barrel aged this, so, or wax topped it, wax bottomed it. Either or, let's have a look at this. And I've got a little bit of a problem here because I am getting some squishiness on this can. Usually with these cans, you don't get this kind of squishiness on it. I'm getting a good squishiness and it's not even open yet. So here's hoping. I have my Outcast glass, and hopefully it's cleaned properly. All right. What we got here is a very black looking beer. Fuck all for head. Like there's no head on there. Yeah. Like I am not seeing anything for carbonation here. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, well, let's get into it. Cheers. Definitely an apple brandy in there. Definitely have hazelnut. Definitely have vanilla. Definitely have no alcohol astringency in there. And there's no carbonation. That's flatter than a motherfucker. Like I'm getting no carbonation off there whatsoever. Packaged at barrel carbonation. So I guess when you say packaged at barrel carbonation, there is zero carbonation in the barrel. So there's zero carbonation in there. I don't know. Can you call it a beer if there's no carbonation in it? I don't know. The flavors are there. The taste is there. I'm gonna have to look at Untappd to find out if there's really supposed to be carbonation in there or not. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, upon further investigation of this is supposed to have little to no carbonation in it because it's straight from the barrel. That would explain a lot. Now I can see that. Okay. That being said, the apple brandy does come out quite nicely in there. The hazelnut is a little bit in the background, so is vanilla. But it's that no carbonation or very little carbonation that's kind of bugging me a bit. Now I understand that this is the way it's supposed to be, but my personal preference, give me a little bit of carbonation. You give me a beer, barrel-aged beer, give me a little bit of carbonation. This is like drinking a very flat Coke in that retrospect. Not saying that it tastes like it, just saying it has that kind of mouthfeel. It's very syrupy. I like it. I do like it. I don't know if I would spend $22 on another can of this. Personal preference, this is... If it had a little bit more carbonation in it, I probably would. It does have the flavors, but the way that they're getting the flavors is you drop the carbonation down so that it actually does mix in there from the barrel, which does give those flavors. I can agree to that. I can totally agree to that. But this, at $22 a can you say it's a beer? If it has little to no carbonation, can you say it's a beer? You could possibly say it's a very, almost a liqueurish kind of drink. But can you say it's a beer? Yeah, it feels more like a liqueur than a beer. It's that carbonation that's getting to me. It's understandable. I mean, it does say that there's no or very low carbonation on there, so it does state that it is on there. That it is, this is what it is. Yeah. And this is why they recommend to have it at a certain temperature. And it is very low carbonated. I mean, there is some carbonation from here. It's just not a lot. Really not a lot. Yeah. It's very sweet, very filling, very... Like I shouldn't be finishing this. Like it's pretty much giving me that whole it's going to be diabetes type thing. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of this. I like it. But there's a couple of points that just sort of... It's a new style that I've never had before. The can was squishy. Carbonation was low. Alcohol percentage was high. I'm going to wake up with a wicked headache tomorrow because this is going to give me that. And at $22 a can, I can see where that expensive taste comes into it, but I can't quite justify it. Overall, it is a decent beer. It is a very high alcohol, high test beer. And I understand why he did the low carbonation, as he said in the comments on Untapped there. That's the style that he likes. We may not like it, but that's the style he likes, and that's the style of beer he wants to make. So that's the style he did. That's exactly what it says. That's exactly what it states. That's exactly what it is. So I can't fault him for that. I personally am not a huge fan of it. And I like my barrel-aged beers. Damn. I don't know, folks. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this beer? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I would like to hear what you think of this beer. For me, I don't mind it. I don't like it feeling flat. That really drives me nuts. Even though that's exactly what it states, I don't like it feeling flat. It needs more carbonation to me. Just to give it that little punch for me. But that's me. I'm just picky that way. I'm allowed my own personal opinion, just like he's allowed his own personal opinion, just like the next person who really likes this beer is allowed their own personal opinion. For me, yeah, I'll stick with his other stuff. I think I might miss out on the next barrel aged because this just isn't for me. Well, folks, till next time, I am PK saying cheers. Stay frosty. We'll see you real soon. Thanks again for joining. You guys have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful night. And yeah, Patrick, I'm sorry, man. Like, I like it. That's what it says it is, but it ain't for me. Thanks again. Have yourselves a wonderful and very safe night. And sorry for the long review. This one was a little bit longer. Oh well. Cheers.